Hi guys, it's Sarah from the Lonely Rose 9314, and today I will be doing my TBR for the bookshelf readathon. I think that's what it's called. It's wherever you start on a point on your bookshelf and you read there. So I did this a little bit differently because some are in series on my bookshelf and there's no real organization to it. So what I did is went from column to column on my bookshelf and picked it that way. So the first book is actually one I got yesterday, so I could have put it to the top of my bookshelf. And that is Falling Kingdoms by Morgan Rose. This is the first book in the Falling Kingdom series, and I'm excited to read it because I've heard it's like Game of Thrones with magic. So I'm like up to the wall about it because I love Game of Thrones, the TV show. I haven't read the books because my boyfriend keeps on saying, you probably won't like it, it's pretty dry. So I'm hoping that this one is a little bit better, and maybe if I like this one a lot, I could read Game of Thrones and not think it's dry like my boyfriend does. Here's to hoping. So, Falling Kingdoms is book 1 on the readathon. So book 2 on the readathon is a book that I've sworn I would read forever and haven't gone around to. I've got to chapter 5 in this one. A lot of these books are the books that I have read. I've read somewhat, but I haven't, completed, which is why they're still on my TBR shelf. And that is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I'm seeing a theme here for high fantasy, but it's just So I've gotten to page 42 in this one, and I'm hoping to finish this one up very soon. Sorry if I'm getting distracted. My sister is texting me more stuff about her wedding. It's not happening until July, but you know how brides are. So that was Throne of Glass for the second one. Third one is another fantasy one. See, I said I would. It's kind of like fantasy readathon, which is pretty cool because I was planning on having a fantasy readathon in February and calling it Fantasy February. So maybe the fantasy will keep on going as the month of February goes in. And this one is Soundless by Rochelle Mead. I have to finish this book. Have to. Because I didn't see where I ended up, but it was somewhere in the either the smack dab middle or very close to that, somewhere around here. I was almost done with it. I didn't read it. It wasn't very interesting to me, but I swear I'm gonna read this Rochelle Mead book because I've never really not completed a Rochelle Mead series except the Age of X series, I think she calls it, because that one was a little too dry to me. I just couldn't do it. I love Rochelle Mead's adult series, and I love her Vampire Academy and Bloodline series, and her young adult, but this one just really isn't for me, even though it does the use of sign language, which I've been studying, so it's kind of like, you know, but we'll see whenever the time comes. Okay, so fourth one in my readathon is a book I picked up on vacation. Still haven't read yet, even though I read Magnus Chase. I haven't read the rest of Percy Jackson yet, and I haven't been able to find it ever since I stopped reading it a couple days ago. It's probably somewhere over this general region right here. And this one is Zodiac by Ramona Russell. Russell is the first book in one of my columns, so I got this one instead. And then the final one on my bookshelf readathon The first one was actually one in a series that I haven't really read yet, so I didn't know if I could read the first one or pick the second book, but I picked the second book instead, and that was Rebel Belle by Rachel Hawkins. In this one, I am to chapter 4. So these things have an recurring theme with all of them. I've read almost all of them slightly, and they all seem to be fantasy, and yeah, I'm just super excited for this readathon, especially for Fallen Kingdoms and Throne of Glass, because I've heard nothing but good things about them. Soundless I'm a little bit iffish on because I've read most of it and I'm not liking it as much as I really wanted to. Zodiac, I was kind of up in the air about Zodiac because I didn't really feel like reading it. And Rebel Belle is hilarious so far. So I can't wait to finish reading that. And there you go. That was my readathon takedown. My bookshelf-thon takedown thing. So there you go. What are you guys reading for your bookshelf readathon? Comment down below and let me know. Okay, bye guys. Just gonna balance this here.